Students, in this video, I am going to raise specific points for consideration by NTA, for consideration by MHRD with respect to what are the challenges, what are the important points which are not being considered. And I am saying this because it seems very, very clear now that NTA, MHRD, government is very, very clearly communicating that we are going to go ahead with NEET exam on 13th September, right? So first thing which I've told you is, you should not have hope of postponement. It won't let you study. Only 20 to 23 days remain in NEET exam. And second thing is, it will get postponed only if NTA is not able to do it. So it is not in your control. So no point thinking about it and not studying. One thing which I would recommend, if you see Aryan Raj Singh channel today, he has said one thing very good. He has said, you would not be able to avoid this distraction, so it is good if you start studying in slots, 2 hour, 3 hour slots, and between 2 slots you give that time for distraction. If you want to petition or anything, do that, but again get back into study. But if you are hoping for postponement, you are wasting your time. The point I want to raise NTA, why I think NTA might not be ready, because a lot of things which are important with respect to giving comfort to students and parents, which are not being addressed, which are not being provided in the advisories which are now starting to come out of NTA. I want to raise 2 specific points, and I would be releasing series of videos in coming 4, 5, 6 days in which I would raise specific points with respect to why some of these important things are not being addressed. One thing which I want to request NTA is, they should provide insurance to all aspirants and their dependents and their family members if they contract COVID after NEET exam. Anyone who's coming for NEET exam would not be carrying COVID, otherwise they would not let him in. He would be in an isolated center. So if someone is writing the exam, that means he doesn't have COVID. You have done his temperature check, and after 15 days it is found that the student got COVID or his parents got COVID. I am recommending, or I am requesting, not recommending, ultimately decision has to come from the government. Government should provide not only insurance covering all the costs in such situations, but also preferred treatment. And why I'm saying preferred treatment, it is very, very difficult to get treatment happen even in designated COVID centers. So this is something government can provide a card to all the students that this is your guarantee, this is our guarantee that if something happens to you, we are going to cover the cost. We know if we lose your life, we can't do much, but at least we are going to make sure that you get proper treatment. This is something which is, I believe, feasible. I was just calculating how much application fee is collected by NTA every year. My estimate is for NEET, it is around 200 crores. If some of this money can be allotted to paying this insurance premium through some insurance company, I think it is very eminently feasible. So this is one thing which I would recommend NTA should consider in the brainstorming they might be doing about how to make sure the parents and students have comfort that yes, exam is going to happen, but we will be taken care of. Second thing is, if by the time of NEET exam, train services are not there, transport is patchy, things are still haphazard, they should provide reimbursement for travel to those candidates who cannot afford extra expense. So what is the data available with NTA? NTA knows what is the address of the student, and NTA knows how much is the distance from where the student is actually staying to the place where examination center is. For that distance, they can understand what is the typical cost in previous years when COVID was not there, what is the cost that would be incurred by the student. If train services, transport are not there and student ends up paying much more, they can easily, at least for people who cannot afford. How we'll assess people cannot afford? NTA actually collected data in terms of what is the household income, right? So this is some of the thing which NTA again can do so that people have comfort. Yes, someone is thinking about us. Right now the biggest challenge is students and parents believe that no one is thinking about us. We are just being told that this is what is going to happen. We are being asked to make a choice between career and our lives, and what are we supposed to do. But when you do these 2 things, you are communicating that you care. Someone cares about students and parents, right? both financially and with respect to any health risk that might happen. So these are two things which I want to recommend to NTA, right? If you are watching this video, we are putting it on our English channel, on our Hindi channel, Hindi English channel. We are not going to be putting those videos on our Hindi English channel. We would only be talking about that scenario where exam is not postponed and you have to write the exam, and we want to keep you focused on the exam. On English channel, we are going to be raising some of these concerns. I have made at least 7 television appearances since the time it was communicated by Supreme Court that exam can go ahead, and we will keep raising awareness as our responsibility at neetprep.com. And this is part of it. I am saying this as part 1. I would be raising more things around. Is this the only way to conduct the exam? But these are the 2 points. First, provide insurance, and second, provide reimbursement for travel for those who would end up paying extra because train services or transport services are not open. Please share this video. If you can, post it on NTS Twitter or MHRD Twitter and share this video with other people. I want to make sure that we are not only just talking about postponement, but if the postponement is not happening, asking pertinent questions from NTA. Why can't you do this? Both of these things are possible. Government is provisioning money for COVID responses. This should also be treated as an expense to COVID response. Tell me in the comment whether you agree with my points or not. This is just part 1. I would be coming up with at least 6 to 7 of such videos in which I would be asking specific questions from NTA, from MHRD, and would be requesting them to consider these points, to communicate to parents that you care about them. You are not oblivious to the challenges, the risk, the fears that they have. All right, students and parents.